All right, we are back on the Hub Dyno at Jordan's shop. He's walking away, but this video is going to come out after the other two. You'll see we had some issues. We got the motor running and went to basically put it up on the two-step and noticed that it had extremely low from what normal is oil pressure, about 50 pounds we were down. So you saw I took the motor apart and found that I had flip-flopped a bracket that goes on the oil pump and it was restricting flow. So we're here now, the next day and a half later, I don't know, the next day or so, on the dyno, the Hub Dyno, to make sure that everything is gonna work properly. Now, as you saw, we had the transmission apart, we've had the motor apart. I mean, it's not like we can go down the street to the racetrack when it's frigid cold outside and test this thing out. So we're gonna do that on the Hub Dyno. You guys saw in the last one, maybe I'll put a clip in here or something of our of us setting up the dyno to put it on the trans brake. Well, technically it's not on the trans brake. That was a very common comment I saw at the last dyno video. They were like, well, the tires are still spinning. We disconnect the trans brake solenoid. So the car doesn't know that the transmission isn't holding it, but the Hub Dyno is what's holding the tires. Now, they are spinning slowly. They are holding the tires to 500 drive shaft RPM, which, as you've seen in the other videos, it is very slow, but that's why you see the chassis move and all sorts of stuff when I'm on the trans brake, because the car is loading the dyno and the dyno is holding back. And then I release the trans brake button to start the timers and let go of the two-step and all of that. And then I hit the space bar on the dyno software to know, stop holding the car, release, and it uses its programmed drive shaft per second scenario and makes us do a run. So as you see, I didn't video unloading the car or loading it up or getting the tires off, but let me show you guys these hubs. So we are using the Pro Hub from Mainline. This is the one that I definitely prefer. I've used another brand, and this one, the software is much easier to use. But you see, we unbolt the tires and bolt on these fancy looking hub adapter things, and then it bolts to the hub. So that's it. Very simple. And yeah, so we're gonna get the hubs all bolted on and got the oil warming up. It's gonna take a little bit since it was so cold out, but we'll get there. I wanted to interrupt this video to let you guys know, make sure you go over to headsupnoprep.com and check out all our new swag. I did a little merch plug in a video coming up later, but I wanted to let you guys know as soon as possible. I want to hit the ground running in January, so please go check out that stuff. A lot of new items. Make sure you scroll through and check them all out. Thanks, guys. So first run, 1,318. Baseline run, didn't take it to the shift, took it to about 8,000. Previously, this power level made 1,400. We are a little richer, 0.2 richer, and 2 degrees less. So I'm gonna make some fueling changes and make some timing changes, and we'll see if we can pick that back up. Now granted, the drive line and all that stuff, the rear end fluid was very thick because we didn't, it didn't spin very much the previous run. So that can play a factor in your horsepower gain. So we need to take that into consideration if we pick up some or a little on the next one, but we will see. All right, it's a bit spicy air in here, but 1370. So we picked up, 60-ish horsepower. Not bad. Not sure if it's worth that though. Now, as I said, this tune, well, not this tune, but hold on, let me get away from these fans. The boost level made more, about 50 more now. Previously last go around on the Hub Dyno, but it was a lot more aggressive. After taking it to the racetrack and reading plugs at the racetrack, the tune where I'm at is where I landed, and it's much safer. So we will move on from here, put some new plugs in it, and away on up. All right. No, we're not recording, Blaine. So, hopefully that's not backwards. 1,850 basically, 48 if you want to be technical. And this run is, as I've been saying, richer and less timing than the last time we were here, and we made 1903. So, we're gonna make some tuning changes based on the plugs. They looked, some cylinders look good, some cylinders look too safe. So we adjusted those cylinders and are gonna make another run at the same power level, boost level. So we will see how it acts and move on from there. Ready? All right, well, them last tuning changes picked up, well, roughly 50, as you can see the difference there. And yeah, bigger screen. But we've got some crankcase problems now. Before anybody blames anybody, Todd forewarned me that when we melted the few pistons, well, not really melted, but warped the few pistons on nitro last time, he told me under his recommendations to buy larger pistons so we could hone the cylinders back straight. And I told him no. So anybody to put the blame on, it's me. So I think we've seen the outcome of that. Although the power reflects that we're getting the tune-up where it needs to be, it's making extremely similar power as it was. We've just got excessive crankcase pressure that we can't have going down the racetrack. Because overall, this tune-up is still richer than the 1903 horsepower run we made last time out here, which just made 1900. So we were checking the plugs and getting them really, you know, dialed in, but I think we're gonna just call it here and fix the cylinder issues that Todd told me about, and we will get things fixed and move forward.
It's the tuner's fault.
Wait, go.
It's the tuner's fault.
That's the blame. So this, as you can see, there's some oil just pooling around everywhere. So Jordan, thoughts?
You didn't even make 2,000 horsepower.
Well, I didn't have a record to beat this time. That's why.
You did. It was like 3,800.
Yeah. We ain't coming close to that.
I think it was sweat horsepower.
Right. So we're going to get everything disconnected. We've got the old plugs back in there, and that's it. That's it for today. I mean, tranny worked good, so shout out to Chad. Shout out to Jordan for letting me use the Hub Dyno again. And it's not for sale, but if you want to buy it, Jordan's selling one, but it's not for sale. And yeah, thanks to Blaine coming out and helping me change plugs again. You know, this is back-breaking work, leaning over here, but this is race cars, I think. You know, you live and learn and break stuff, fix it, rinse and repeat. We haven't even made a pass down the racetrack, but it felt like we did going off the trans brake. And yeah, but all right, we'll end it off here. We'll get everything unstrapped and back home we go.